One time I was trying to move the headquarters of an organization I was running into a new space, and I knew and had a good personal relationship with the guy who owned the space that we were going to be leasing. But we had realtors involved, which you do. You bring experts in to do a complicated transaction. The problem was they had their own history. One of them was being particularly intransigent based on that history. And what kept seeming like it should be a really straightforward deal got more and more complicated, took longer and longer, and we seemed to be getting further and further apart. About 3 weeks into it, the guy who owned the space and I were in a meeting on another subject, and during a break he said to me, "Does this kind of feel like it's not working to you?" And I said, "No, and it really seems like it should." So we agreed that we would just take a second right then. We went into his office. We actually literally grabbed a cocktail napkin from the break room and a pen. And because we trusted each other and we had rapport, we just were honest. "Hey, Mike, what do you need?" And he told me the 2 or 3 things he would really need out of a deal, both financially and sort of for face and positioning, etc. Then he asked me and I told him the same thing. And it turned out it was just sitting right there in front of us. In about 3 minutes on the back of this cocktail napkin, we got the deal done. We called the realtors, told them what we'd negotiated. They weren't thrilled with us for kind of going off the reservation and doing that ourselves, but we got it done. And I think one of the key lessons that I learned from that, one, we trusted each other. And while we had had an opportunity to build that trust over time, there are things that you can do to signal trustworthiness, even when you're bargaining with someone you don't know. And if you really want to find the interest so that you can create a deal that's the best for everyone, you got to find a way to signal that trust. And then we created an environment where we could speak openly. We were neither being clouded by the middlemen nor guarding our interests, but speaking very openly. In the end, being able to share those interests and then being willing to give a little bit on each side so we could each get what we needed most, not everything we wanted, but what we needed most, created a great deal for everyone. So we had trust, we were each willing to give, we communicated openly, and we created the conditions for those things to happen, and that led to a great deal.